You're not reading that wrong. I mean that quite literally. There's not a single creature in this deck that has a power greater than 2. It's a bracket 2 deck, by the way. The win con's not something else. Your win con is hitting people. And so I know you're asking Floop Dr. Nuke, how in the world are you making a deck with only creatures power 2 or less work? And it's quite simple. Our commander is none other than MacCready, the Lamplight Mayor. If a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, it gains Skulk until end of turn, meaning it can't be blocked by creatures of greater power. So unless they got a bunch of 1/1s, there's nothing they can do to block your creatures. And who in the world's running 1/1s besides token decks? Who cares about token decks, alright? You're going to have so many of these guys, it doesn't matter. And should someone attack you with a creature with power 4 or more, they lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. On turn 2, our 2-drop commander is already pillow forting us. It's insanity. Right, let's go ahead and look at our mana base. It's simple. Command Tower, Karn's Bastion, Mortuary Mire, Myriad Landscape, Ores of Bascula, Plains, Shambling Vent, Swamp, Tainted Field, Temple of Silence, Temple of the False God, Vault of the Archangel, Arcane Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Marble Diamond, and Soul Ring. It's simple mana base. It doesn't really matter. But I know you're asking the real question. How am I going to win with a bunch of 2 damage creatures, even if they can't be blocked? Then what? I gotta hit them 20 times. They're gonna kill me by then. All right, they're gonna stomp. They're gonna roll over all my creatures. It's simple. You don't have to hit them 20 times. You only have to hit them 10 times. You know why that is? Because we're doing toxic and infect. Uh-oh. You hit this guy, he takes 1 damage, and he gets a poison counter. You can't block this guy unless you got a 1/1. Do you have a 1/1 to block my Bilious Skull Dweller? I doubt it. Crawling Chorus. It's toxic. If it dies, you just get another creature that also is toxic. Duelist of Deep Faith. It's got toxic and first strike. Dune Mover. Toxic, you get a land when it enters. Flunser Might. Guess what? Infect. It deals damage in forms of -1/-1 counters, which means it gets around indestructible, and it has lifelink. Jawbone Duelist. Double strike and toxic. In case you didn't know, that means just doing toxic 1 twice. You get 2 poison counters from your 1/1 with toxic 1. Lost Leonin, guess what? It does infect, gets around indestructible. Mirror Convert, toxic 1, you could pay 2 life for mana. Pestilent Siphoner, toxic 1, Plague Stinger, infect, White Sun's Twilight, guess what? You get a bunch of 1/1 colorless artifact creatures with toxic. Vraska's Fall, guess what? Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker and they get a poison counter. Infected Flesh Cutter. Now this is a rough one to equip, because this will take them out of the 2 range. This guy can be blocked now, because he gets +2/+0. But whenever he attacks, you do get a 1/1 with Toxic 1. Right, let's make that clear. So if you can get this guy out here and he starts attacking, you can get a bunch of 1/1s. That's going to be rough, though. Alright, Prosthetic Injector, equipped creature gets +0/+2 and has Toxic 1. It's awesome, it's great. But now that's not enough poison counters. That's not, if I'm playing a 4-pod, I need to be able to do 30-point poison counter for the damage. I don't have enough there. Well, guess what? Annex Sentry, more toxic. Infectious Inquiry, more poison counters. But of course, Proliferate. Why would we not be running Proliferate? When it dies, Proliferate. Whenever you hit something with it, Proliferate. -1/-1 till end of turn, and you proliferate. Guess what? Proliferate. Bat Emergence. You put a creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And it doesn't just have to be your creatures. This can be anybody's creature. Read the card. Proliferate. Contagion Class. Guess what? It's a 2-drop artifact. You spend 4 and tap it. You can proliferate every turn. But of course, they think they've seen your deck. They go, okay, he's playing poison. He's proliferating. I've seen this a million times. I know how to beat it. Do they? Because guess what? We're also creating treasure tokens every time we hit you, because you can't block my guy. He's a 1/3. You got, even if you had a 1/1, guess what? I'm not going to kill mine. I'm going to kill you. Can't get around it. Raven Eagle, guess what? Whenever he enters or attacks, you exile a target card from a graveyard. If it's a creature card, you get a clue token, and you draw cards. Whispering Your Vampire, guess what? When a creature with power 2 or less enters, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Whenever one or more creatures you control power 2 or less enter, you draw a card. Whenever another creature power 2 or less enters, you surveil 1. Sanguine Siphoner, when it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Let's say you block it. You still lose 1 life. You get to block it with something that has 1 power, so you can't kill it. I'm just going to keep swinging you with it, buddy. Cruel Celebrant. If they do kill your creatures, they lose a life. Impassioned Ornator. When your creatures enter, you're gaining life. Life creep 2. When your creatures enter, you're gaining life. Enter the Meek. My creatures enter, I want to draw a card. My creatures die, I want to draw a card. Windborn Muse, and guess what? Now we're double pillow forting. So not only if they attack you with a creature of power 4 more, do they lose a life. They have to pay 2 to even attack you with it. And Ghostly Prison make that 4 they have to pay to attack you with one creature. Alright, we're pillow forting and poison countering. It's the ultimate evil deck because we hate these Mungos. These Mungos are evil, as MacCready would say. Now they think they've seen it all. They go, okay, he's pillow forting, it's poison, it's proliferate, it's unblockable. This is nothing. This is noob stuff. This is what a noob thinks is good. We're not done. Alright? Because guess what? At the beginning of our upkeep, we're losing a life and getting a bunch of toxic. Revenge of Ravens. You attack me. Each creature you attack me with, you're losing a life and I gain a life. It sucks to be you, buddy. So not only is it 4 per creature, you're paying 1 life per creature, 2 life per creature if my commander's on the field. Necrogen Communion. Guess what? I can enchant a creature, it gets toxic too, and when it dies, it comes back to the battlefield under my control. And what are you gonna do about it, man? I can give anything I want toxic now. Grievous Wound. Guess what? Enchanted player can't gain life, and if they're dealt damage, they lose half their life rounded up. You're playing against a life gain deck. You're playing against someone you really can't block. A token deck, right? Like, finally, darn. It's a token deck. I can't get around that. Well, you enchant them with this, other players will handle them. They take 1 damage. Well, if they're at 40, they took 20 damage. Isn't that absurd? Campaign of Vengeance. If a creature you control attacks, defending player loses a life and you gain a life. So for all my creatures, if I attack you, now you're losing a life. Bastion of Remembrance. You kill my guys, you're losing a life. Assemble the players. Guess what? If you've got a creature with power 2 or less on top of your library, you can cast it. You could just go ahead and cast that once per turn. Isn't that good? Sinister Monolith. Everyone's losing a life at the start of my combat anyways. Entrapment Maneuver. Let's say someone finally pays, the 2 life, the 4 mana. They get to this pillow forting with their 40/40 trample. They're like, all right, I have you. I've got you beat. What are you going to do now? Well, then you're going to tap 4 for Entrapment Maneuver. They just sacrifice an attacking creature, and you get X/1/1 white soldier creature tokens, where X is that creature's toughness. Uh-oh, buddy. Your 40/40 just gave me 40/1/1 creatures, and now, thanks to my other spell, you're taking 40 damage when I attack you. Isn't that awesome? They think they've got you figured out. They do. They think this is truly it. No. Guess what? We're choosing number 3 on Expel the Interlopers. Anything with 3 or more power, gone. Austere Command. We'll get rid of everything that has mana value 4 or greater, because none of our stuff really do. None of our creatures do. Guess what? Fell the Mighty. Destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. We're choosing one of our 2 powers. Everything else dies. Infectious Inquiry. Guess what? You draw 2 cards, you lose 2 life. Everyone gets a poison counter. I draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. We're losing life this game, but not from our opponents. Only from ourselves. Scry 2, then draw 2 cards, you lose 2 life. Uh-oh, I pulled Vindicate. I'm destroying your commander, buddy. Sucks to be you. And guess what? Then I'm gaining that life back with Hazel's Nocturne. And then guess what? I'm destroying more things, and more things, and more things. And if you kill something of mine, I'm bringing it back. Such is the way of MacCready, because we don't care about these Mungos. Mask of Memory. Just for that, I'm putting on MacCready. I'm going to hit you for that 1 commander damage, and then I'm drawing 2 cards. It sucks to be you. This is the deck. This is the ultimate small bean deck. You can truly say, I'm just a small bean. I'm just a little guy. All I got is my 1/1, my 2/2s, my 1/3s, my 2/3s. I'm not hurting anybody. And then you swing them. They die in 1 turn. Nothing they can ever do about it. You win. I'm Floop Nuke. It's been a great one. I'll see you guys in the next one.